Okay. Um, Saturday, October 25th, 7:36 a.m. Um, I am barely awake. Um, I'm only one cup of coffee in, and I have the window open, and our dog Jasmine is right outside. Uh, I guess I could flip this around and show people and document it. The window's right out there, and I can play with that around more. Uh, yeah, but I'm thinking this is part of this needs to be a new medium of unpredictability and improvisation. Um, Inspired a lot by Kill Tony, and been thinking about that show a lot more lately, and how well and why it's successful and why it's entertaining, why you want to go back and watch more. And it's the improvisational quality to it that there's such a wide range. There is a bit of structure, but within that structure, there's such room for improvisation and variations on the themes that it makes it lively. So I think that's something I will write about soon. So um, yeah, I am. I'm not well. I'm gonna just document that. Um, I haven't been well all week. Um, for those, this is an attempt to replicate my morning pages free writing routine. This Julia Cameron idea that you should get up in the morning as a writer and just write by hand 3 pages. You're supposed to do it, just slip into it and just write it and see what flows out. Um, Uncensored, and even if you have to write, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know this. So and what ends up happening is you'll kind of put yourself into a meditative state, and interesting things will come out and interesting ideas will emerge that you can then go and use later. But a lot of people don't get this because they don't like people don't like the idea of doing the work of writing something that you're not going to use, the just garbage writing, just as, like, people don't like the idea of having to stretch and you know warm up to things. And by the way, yeah, this is how my phone has been for I think since I got this new one. I've got the Tree of Life on my phone. It's always there. So when I'm swiping up, swipe up, open the phone. I'm feeling so conflicted with the phone now. So conflicted with the phone. Yeah, so conflicted. God, I should get something to eat too. Jasmine's just out in the yard, drooling around, and we don't know what will happen. She could start barking anytime. There could be somebody that will just walk across on the street. Um, here we go. I'm just realizing that I don't have. Well, I mean, I could close the window. I could try seal things off, but I want the window to be open, or I want to try and replicate this life experience that I have of waking up in the mornings and getting up and going out in the yard, sitting out in the yard with our dog Jasmine, and trying to write while I'm waking up. This process of like the first hour and a half of the day, um, while I'm not sure, like when, like I just don't have a good routine because it's each day is so variable right now. It has been for some time of when do I need to get started on this, or when do I need to get started on that. It's just that how things are at this juncture, writing wise and journalism wise. And it's just being so irregular in terms of when I can fall asleep at night or when I get up in the morning. So it's hard to plan. So it's like 7:43 right now, and I'm 7 minutes in. Ideally, I mean, I would have liked to be at this point an hour ago. In an ideal world, or an hour ago, or even an hour and a half ago, but more and more, I'm finding I'm really getting tied to the sun. I'm finding anyway. Uh, um, so uh, Yeah, it's I'm I've been spending the week. This has been one of my things is researching this and looking at the videos that this app is generating and how it's working, and trying to figure out how people are using it and how people are going to use it and learn to use it, and how this thing is now going to spawn further copycats that are going to be even worse and unregulatable. And um, it's and so far people are not getting it yet, um, obviously because they're not using it. Most people don't have the Sora app, and are trying it. And um, uh, this is this is dangerous. What this technology can do. Um, like in the spring, it was um, the update to the video, to the image generating. It became sophisticated enough now that, oh, I can create my own. I've got my own webcomic now. I've got the Ibis Head people, which is a whole other project that I've put on the side for a second here. And where should I find a picture of my Ibis Head people? Um, done these little cartoons, AI generated cartoons that I've developed, where I kind of have a world where everybody has an ibis head, like the Egyptian deity Thoth, which um, I have to emphasize or explain, since I'm all Judeo-Christian biblical. What are you doing with this pagan god? You know, what is this guy? Isn't that an idol? Well, no, it's more like he's an angel, the equivalent of an angel, a spirit. He's not the god of the universe. He's just this spirit of language. And we'll get into him later. That's a whole God. I mean, there's so many things that I have to unpack, and that would freak people out. I've only just started to. But anyway, so like once I realized that I can do an image, series of images, and create characters this quickly, um, I realized, okay, well, I got to figure out now how to use this creatively and entrepreneurially. And um, now we've reached that point with the video generating thing, because the previous version of Sora, it's neat, but it's too um, there's too many aspects of this, of the new advancements in Sora 2 that to begin unpacking, and I feel like I'm alone in it. I'm alone in trying to figure this out. The because like, fuck, god damn it. That's the fucking problem of it. This is much the problem of this. So like, I feel like I have been I like had to give this my own job title or describe what I was professionally, like, because in 2009, when I was hired and to run Newsreel blog, it was my job to figure out how to grow a web publication. And I knew it meant new media, innovation. Blogging was called new media, circa 2006 to 2000. Fuck. See, I hate this so much. I'm not ready to handle this. I am 41 years old. I am not ready to talk about 20 years ago as though it was history. But now it is. It's 7:56 a.m. I don't even know where I was going with that. Well, okay. Yeah. So it's been my job and like I've had this mentality now for going for 15 years of like, okay, I am a new media. I'm not just a writer, or I'm not just a blogger. I am a new media professional or a new media entrepreneur. Or when I was like, being all activisty, new media troublemaker. Make trouble. Make trouble with new media. And that meant learning each new medium as it comes along. You go from being a article writer to a blogger to a tweeter, and I didn't want to make this leap to video. I've resisted making this leap to video for so long because I don't want to be I haven't wanted to make a big spectacle personality of myself. I've wanted to be behind the scenes and causing things and trying to. It's about the cause. It's not about me personally. I've seen so many people make an idol of themselves, a business of their fake personality. Um, I think maybe this is what I have to do now is like dissect and explain this in real time as I'm doing it. That's that's what this is going to have to be. I'm going to have to create the author persona and the illusion of it in real time and explain it as I'm doing it. That's it. Okay, there we go. See the morning pages routine. You're just sitting here writing, forcing yourself to create. You get ideas. They will just come out. I'm 22 minutes in now. Oh fuck! I need another. No, I need another thing of coffee. Jasmine's still going around out in the yard there. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is what it'll be. I will call bullshit on the illusion of author persona and public persona. That's the bubble that needs to be popped. Yeah, so how can I explain this? I will explain this with the original, or now the main person to study. This is Sally's, among her books. Now it's in our family library. I'm in my middle-aged man phase now, where apparently we get into like, oh, I'm going to get into the Civil War, Roman history, and I've got into Mark Twain, as I've noted here, and key thing to understand and remember here. I don't know if you have Mark Twain. Mark Twain is a fictional character. Full stop. Let me just remind you of that. Let's write that down. Okay. That is a pen name. That is a writing persona. He is pretending to be this writer named Mark Twain. Okay? And that's what we as writers do. It's a meta level of writing. We write who we appear to be. And in doing so, this emotionally manipulates the reader. It deceives the reader. When you read, you think. You are getting information and truth. For some reason, Well, this is an interesting insight. The um, liking this, we now have the capability to just film something in a single take, uncut, for an hour, for however we want. Really, we can do that. Maybe maybe this should more be the way of doing things. One single take, uncut, presented as is. Technology is here for it now. This is what people want. Maybe this is these next innovations. Well, I think this is what's already happening. I've resisted this live streaming medium for the same reason I've resisted video in general. Well, there's many reasons, but it's the I'm a writer. I've been a This is just what I've done since I was a child. Um, Sitting at the page with the pen, dancing. Okay, see, 34 minutes into free writing, and this is the insight that I come to at the end of this journal. Insights. Long, unbroken takes. People can fast forward. I mean, this is like something that the filmmaker that needs to like keep in mind now. That the people, you can put out whatever video you want, however you want people to see it, and they will just jump around. This is boring. Oh, you put a commercial here, you know. So how do we deal with that as writer now, that they can jump around, flip around? We aren't in control of how the story is processed. I don't know. Going stomach. 8:12 p.m. This is how much. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. The end of the very first live streamed journal. started October 14th, 2025. And today's October 25th. I'll do better in the future, but I think I'll keep doing this. Because I think I have to keep doing it to document it, or do I feel better after these pages? Yes, a little bit. 38 minutes in. Should I keep writing? Or should I stop and go get some breakfast? And 8:15. I need to edit and get some news articles up shortly, as the usual Saturday routine goes, taking the wire news articles. I mean, I've just been thinking that this can turn into just art in general, of just me teaching myself to go back and learn how to draw and create art or something. Now, that if I taught myself how to make some art with the LLMs, that maybe I can, teach myself again more to how to. I mean, that's this. I, I keep wanting to. Maybe I should just continue if I'm still in this writing headspace. I probably should. Yeah, I mean, I've been 40 minutes of clearing the cobwebs and starting to write, and so maybe I got time now. Yeah, okay. So let's put this here. Go get another thing of coffee going real quick. Okay. Got a cup of my Bones coffee, blueberry blast cake flavor, just straight black. Some mornings I'll put some cream on top of it. It's like ice cream. Well, not ice cream, but I mean a cool thing. And so, so some Bones coffee and some cheese, some celery sticks. On an ideal morning, I would take the time to put a whole plate of food, but I'm just moving slowly. Celery. Here is some sort of ASMR thing, so I'm wondering if that could be something. If maybe this is the thing. Write, create while eating breakfast. That I'm content creating. Trying to turn my waking hours into dollar signs and value. Yeah. Yeah, cheese. Yeah. Maybe Sally and I should do a cheese Substack or something. I'm sure that would get a lot of views and traffic and enthusiasm. Cheese. Okay, so let's see. How should I open or start this thing? I guess I should note here. Maybe I'll do this in another color so it stands out. Completed October 25th. So this was 9 days. I can do better. You know, Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I won't. Now, one thing that could be cool, I've got the Merlin bird app here. Well, can you tell me what that bird is? How fucking cool is that? How fucking cool is that? Free writing, got the window open, some bird comes out, and this is the technology now. I can pull it out. And, what bird is this? House sparrow. Nothing too exciting. Um, but yeah, I mean, we don't get. I wouldn't say there's anything too overly unusual. No, I mean, there's hummingbirds are exciting. I mean, hummingbirds are always exciting, aren't they? Isn't that's the hummingbirds are always exciting. Birds. Maybe some of this ibis head people stuff and thoth stuff. Um, maybe some of that goes back to when I was a kid, third grade. Really got into animals. Second, third grade. Animal books and organizing cards and collecting them and. Yeah, it's I can say it honestly. The evidence is there. It's working class neighborhood. On the edge of the desert. This is where we live here. Initially out into Yucca Valley in a remote property near the Marine base, but eventually left that and now in this neighborhood on the edge of town near the Walmart, close to Joshua Tree. And didn't think too much about the neighborhood when we moved. It just, this was the apartment that was available. So we took it. He wanted to move quickly, and so we jumped on it, and now here it's get the motorcycle. Motorcycle. The big man who needs to rev his motorcycle. What is happening in the life of the poor, angry man who needs to rev his motorcycle so loud? This is a question that have to answer, but you ask, but you never really answer it. You're like, what? Because you don't want to answer it because people know the answers are bad. Oh, look, we have 1 hour of content. I made the equivalent of a TV show for nothing. I mean, is this that entertaining? Just the wondering what's going to happen for an hour as I'm waking up in the morning. Theoretically, my guard and inhibitions down, just letting thoughts flow out. You're wondering if I'm going to let slip something tremendously weird and wild, whether it be politically or about this AI mess, or what might I say, something controversial, cancelable. Uh, I mean, maybe that's what people are looking for. Is somebody going to say something live that is going to blow up their life? That's always the sort of thing, I guess, with video, or when you're not controlled, when you can't get it all constrained, and you might let something slip that could blow it all up. You might let the mask slip off. Oh, okay. So I've been free writing for over an hour now, and this is how it goes. You gotta give yourself writing time, and the ideas come. And now it comes.
Hey friends, lately I've been seeing a lot more antisemitism, racism, and other kinds of extremism showing up here. I'd really love it if more of us made videos that highlight love and friendship between Jews. Hey friends, lately I've been seeing a lot more antisemitism, racism, and other kinds of extremism showing up here. I'd really love it if more of us made videos that highlight love and friendship between Jews. Hey friends, lately I've been seeing a
Yeah. I could do a video just as I'm showing free writing. I could do a video saying, this is the Sora app, and this is why it's powerful, and this is why. But like I'm afraid to show what I've found on here and to talk about it. That there's all on this thing. There's these anti-Semitic videos and pro-Hitler videos, and you can see inside people's imagination with it, and I'm upset by it, and maybe I have to show people through these kinds of live streaming. Uh, maybe that's maybe maybe this is the maybe this maybe this can be the fun meta way of using the LLMs or making videos of showing how the LLMs work. Fuck, I don't want to do this. I mean, this is the thing is I don't want to do this. Okay? Yeah, that's the big piece of this is that I do not want to do this. I feel like I have to do this. It's morally necessary to darn thought gone. Wonder if she's happy getting all this yard time out there. Or she needs to come in now. Jasmine girl, you want to come in? Yeah, I should let her come in. Third cup of coffee. Dog inside. This is the longest I've gone yet. An hour and 20 minutes. You just mean a girl, sweetheart. Yes, you are a good girl. It's a darker coffee. I had a sweeter one before. Am I the only one that, we're probably not the only ones that do this now, that like you have a Keurig and they have so many different varieties of, do you want dark coffee? You want half calf? You want decaf? You want, this has some caramel to it. This has honey almond, you know. It's funny, you get the flavor of what used to be, what still is breakfast cereal, now in your coffee. I just want that flavor, that reminder. $8.58. I should wrap this up and get these articles done soon. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Been going for almost an hour and a half. I don't really know what I'm creating, what I'm writing. If it's just scribble, if it's notes, if it's ideas. Maybe in this moment of creation, we don't really know. not this again. Yeah. I mean, this is what. I mean, I'm afraid sometimes because it gets too weird. It gets too weird. Well, looks like this is about to run out of ink. Interesting timing. Hour and a half in. Now, after writing and scribbling and messing around for an hour and a half, I'm in this headspace where I start to feel like, okay, maybe I can flow and get something out. Writing spirit, Thoth, I invoke thee, to guide my hand to write in the name of the Lord God of Israel, creator of the universe, God of the Bible, God of Abraham, the God of the Jewish people, the Christian people, the Muslim people, the Enlightenment values beyond it. That's the unfortunate thing that I've come to. And it's the so-called AI dream, I think, has been oversold. From my efforts to figure out how to use the tools within my work as a writer, editor, researcher, publisher, journalist, I got excited about it, particularly because it can create visual work that is good enough for marketing purposes. That's the thing about these images and about the art that it makes is the problem that independent book publishers have is that it is very expensive to pay for art, pay for professional looking art that can be used for marketing, specifically book covers. A book cover is simply a marketing device. It's like a movie poster. That's, I want to get romantic about it, or my book, and it's just a way to try and make money. And a starting publishers, starting authors, the cost to get decent art, the cost to get decent marketing look will often dwarf what the book itself can sell for. So that's been the perennial problem of how can you make money off of books when the cost of making a book look good enough to sell is higher than you could usually make. And that's been my challenge for years. And I figured it out with getting a partner on board to make the art. And then when we needed to part ways with him, I figured it out by learning this new technology to create the art. And I still do that. I still can do that. I can make art for book covers, for articles, that is grabby enough to grab somebody's attention on their phone. That's what it is. It's the LLM is a marketing tool. That's just what it is. It was a marketing tool to get money for OpenAI. And that's what it is now. The sun rises and the light changes. Could just move the pad around or something. So the term artificial intelligence is a marketing term to attract investments for technology research. It always has been a buzz phrase to excite people raised on it since childhood. But these are illusions. Just a more advanced puppet. This is a puppet show to entertain and deceive the children inside us, who we all are. So yes, we must now learn LLM based media. But do not be deceived. You can spell illusion. Illusion. Fuck. Just a reminder, library items checked out to you will be due soon. Oh, yeah, I got to deal with the library today. That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm now realizing. We were hoping that this was going to be a great economic boom from this breakthrough technology, and now I'm realizing no. This is probably going to cause a recession of some kind, as they've realized that all of this money has been misallocated, and as these companies have made this turn towards this technology that they've oversold that is unreliable. So this is going to be big. This is going to, and people are just discovering it. This is just starting to creep out. There you go. There you go. Climax of Dave's first feature-length cinema release. I Prophecy. Economic downturn. Fuck. We need to prepare. Somehow. At least this might start to bring some communities back together to survive. There you go, folks. That's 2 hours of writing, thinking. I've had this in my mind, and this is one of the things that's been frustrating me is putting the pieces together that, apart from all the, I don't want to be in this headspace. I don't want to have to do that and analyze this stuff because I know I'm not an economist, but I know enough that I can see these things. I was just talking with a friend about last night. We had a great conversation. We talked you ever have one of those good calls with a friend where you're just talking on the phone for, an hour and a half and going back and forth on things? Okay. It is 9:30 now. I have to rejoin the broader world and select news articles to share. I feel like I should go at least for another few minutes so then I can say that I've cracked 2 hours. As trivial as that would be. But I think people psychologically like that would mean more, even though I'm theoretically done. Well, let me just notate this ending at 9:35 a.m. Time to start day. Good timing, as the neighbor is now apparently up and calling his dogs and so forth. So. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for our first 2-hour live broadcast, live writing, live streaming, improvisational. Don't know what you're going to get. And there we go. We hit 2 hours. 2 hours. 9:36. Thank you, everyone. Time to get going for the real day now. End stream.